This is the real grade Nightingale by Red Soul Toys, also known as a NightHawk tuah Spec tuah. Shoot on that thing. This is a brand new third-party kit that has probably a good amount of issues. Number one, people have been saying that this kit will poison you, toxin you, cause allergies if you touch it. As you can see, this hand of mine is not glowing. It's fine. I didn't have any issues with putting it together, physical reactions, anything like that. Some people have. I did build it near a window. When I first got it, it was packed relatively neatly. But the black and the inner frame style light gray, soft plastic-ish piece of shit, it did kind of stink. So this is sort of buyer beware. Red Soul Toys. They're new. I didn't have any issues with it other than the actual kit and build process. Now, the Nightingale is the alternate universe Sazabi. It takes place in Beltorchica's children. I keep calling it Beltorchica's chicken. Whoops. It takes place with the Hainu Gundam. The original design is a lot more alien. This calms that down a lot and brings the Sazabi some proportions and things like that. This is a big-ass kit. I mean, for a real grade, this is fucking huge. It's almost the size of like a master grade, for example. Here is a real grade RX-78 for scale. Here is the RX-78 real grade 2.0 for scale. This motherfucker is big. There's the Neo Zeong, or the Zeong. So it is a big kit, but is it worthy to call it real grade? Now, this is a 1/44th scale that has an inner frame, so it's not a high grade. However, it doesn't have the typical real grade aesthetic styling. They don't have two-tone plastic, and the gimmicks in this, there aren't really any. There might be some opening hatches, but with the fitment of this kit, I don't really see it. I personally don't mind the redesign. Some people who are fucking stupid hate it. I think this is probably the best the Nightingale has actually looked. So if you want the best looking Nightingale kit, this is it. Also, my kit did come with water slide decals. I have yet to put on it. I actually have a ton of kits to put water slide on. Snow White Prelude, Solomon, Eternal Glory. So yeah. Let us move this guy and take a look at the back. You have two tanks underneath. Beware the red plastic insertion portion you may need to sand. These little back tanks, and these do fall out relatively easy. The fitment on this kit, again, it's probably like your typical Debon. I especially had trouble on the wings and this little back part. The Sazabi is like this beetle / ladybug looking kit. This is probably really good. Also, one thing to mention, inside you have your little mini arms, and I do like the beam sabers. Hopefully this kit doesn't give me cancer, which some people in China were reporting received, their hands get all red, allergies and shit. Then people start bringing, oh my god, Chinese, they're putting fiberglass in the plastic or asbestos. That's probably not the case. Most likely it's some sort of mold release or some manufacturing leftover that didn't clean up. That's probably the case. Again, buyer beware, buy at your own risk. I do like the new Darkrai style head. The wings are a little finicky. Same with the waist portion. By the way, this kit is very heavy. so it'll spin really easily on the waist. Building the shoulders was a little bit of a pain because even though I thought I was following the directions, I had to swap the little inner black part. So that was kind of fun. Shield gun, easy. Again, fitment issues in the inner frame. You do have to cut and sand a little bit. It's not the worst, kit. It's definitely a way better building experience than something like the Real Grade Zeta. It's not something like amazing like the Solomon back there. Or the Snow White, it's probably similar. That may be a little worse. Was this worth the 70 to 80, 60 to 90 to 100? What's typical for this kit? I paid like 80 for it. Was it worth it? Honestly, for a Nightingale, NightHawk 2 or whatever, yeah, it's fine. But it's just a space cost. Actually, I don't have a ton of space. Whoops. I'm an idiot. But also the articulation is obviously not the greatest. I was kind of expecting a little more out of the legs and arms for like shooting and holding. I don't know what Char was definitely going crazy in Bell Torchica's Chicken, because who the hell would go out in a suit like this? I would. Sazabi's better and it still lost to the new Gundam. So that's pretty much my experience with this. Build, about 6 out of 10. Styling, 8 out of 10. Value, 5 out of 10. Overall, this is probably a 7 out of 10, like a C kit. If you really like Char and all the suits, and really are in the market for a Nightingale, I know there's a high-grade bootleg coming out soon. It's worth it, just buyer beware. I'm not, believing in a ton of xenophobia and oh my god, they're out to poison. But also, yeah, these shoulder things you may want to glue on. This kit does have parts that you do want to glue, or it says in the manual, but I didn't, and it was fine. It's mostly in here. Putting these little thrusters are a fucking pain. It took me like 30 minutes each side. Also, this likes to pop out. These like to pop out. This likes to pop out. And I broke one of the part of the fins. Overall, it's a good kit. And, that's some information. Personally, if you have never gotten a third-party kit, get the Solomon or get the Eternal Glory. Those are probably some of the best that have been manufactured. I really wish the Solomon third-party would do more, because that was such an amazing kit, such a value. I'm trying to remember any other things about this. It does come with some sort of freaking stand, but I have no idea where to put it. It doesn't say in the instructions. Instructions were okay. They weren't as bad as like the Snow White Preludes, but they weren't like incredible, like how modern Bandai instructions have gotten. Certain parts, especially with the gray inner frame style, are pretty hard to identify, but there were no big issues. It does have an addendum at the back. The last page will let you finish, because there are these side skirts somewhere else in the manual that says part W3 or 4, and they're not in there. It's actually these ones. So you can't finish the arms. Look at the back. Don't forget to put the third fuel tank and the little white piece on it. I did lose 2 pieces, the little gun cannon things on right there on the chest, shoulder area. I did put some of the stickers on it, like on the freaking beam. But yeah, I need to take more pictures. Oh, I did have manufacturing defects on this long neck armor pointy piece. First of all, it doesn't completely fit, and this black part wanted to pop out. And the red piece was a little flimsy. And I did receive 1 or 2 damaged runner parts. Actually, part of the reason why the V-fin broke off was because it came on the runner like that. Yeah, I mean, it's decent for the first attempt. I did wish for some better solidness. Like, the Solomon has gimmicks, and it's just a solid build. This, it could be a more solid build, and it would be like a 10 out of 10 kit. Also having the potential to give you allergies or rashes. Anyway, that's been it. It's my finished, complete thoughts on the kit itself. There will be a full review coming out soon. So stay tuned.